Well, today I'm fascinated by the king of the crop, or the yam. The yam is the first crop to be harvested, so it's very important to the Igbo people. And I went and found a simple recipe to make yam chips. Ndewo. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me again, everyone, for another Tea Time with Tammy as we wrap up our time exploring Nigeria. Well, today I'm fascinated by the king of the crop, or the yam. The yam plays such an important role to the Igbo people, which is a major tribe in Nigeria. They have an entire festival dedicated to the yam. It's called Iri Ji, which translates to New Yam Eating. And so the festival in English would be known as the New Yam Festival. It is held at the end of the rainy season, which is the beginning of August, and marks the end of the harvest before the start of the new work cycle. The yam is the first crop to be harvested, so it's very important to the Igbo people. Now, I was reading that the night before the festival, all of the old yam would be either discarded or consumed, and the next day, only yam dishes will be served. Now, the king or a prominent male in the community will offer this yam to deities and gods and ancestors as a symbol of their gratitude and thanksgiving for the abundance of the harvest. A wonderful time of year when all Igbo people will come together to give thanks. And of course, there'll be singing and dancing, merriment and gratitude. Well, today, for my armchair travel adventure, I went out and got me a yam. And I went and found a simple recipe to make yam chips. So I read this trick. To make the yam chips crispy on the outside, but still nice and soft on the inside, what you do is, first of all, you don't ever use the beginning and end of the yam because it tends to be too bitter. So you'll cut that piece off, and then you'll cut off the amount of the yam that you want to make chips with, fried yam. So you'll cut those in little sections, and then you'll wash them, salt them, and then say if you have 8 pieces of yam, you'll add 3 tablespoons of water. So what you'll do now, you'll have your frying pan with about maybe 3 tablespoons or 3 inch deep of oil, so quite a bit of oil, and you make sure that that gets really hot. And then you'll take all of the yam, including the water, so you can imagine it's gonna spray everywhere. You just have to have your cover really handy. So basically what we did was you take the yam with the water and you kind of gently put it in really quickly and close the top. Well, what that water does, it helps to keep the yam really moist on the inside while you have this beautiful crispy golden brown color on the outside. I'll be curious to know if this works for other vegetables that I want to cook. We may have to try it. Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Imela in Igbo, and goodbye, Cody.